What's up, guys? Nolan here, and we got a couple different things that popped up this week. BSG confirmed that they will be allowing the public to play Arena at TwitchCon. So if you're going to TwitchCon and want to play Arena, you just need to wait in line. You don't need any special passes or anything. Again, just need to wait in line. On that note, also, if you are going to TwitchCon or want to ask Nikita a question, check out my fundraiser that I will be explaining at the end of this video. In terms of in-game this week, BSG are listening to some more feedback we're giving on aim punch and blunt damage, but it's a seesaw of tuning. Some of you might have noticed my post last weekend looking for feedback on the Discord, and it didn't end up happening that day, unfortunately. I got a couple DMs about people's dog tags going up in price as well, so they've turned up the dog tag prices. Basically, there's a group of dedicated players who are trying to get accurate feedback on specific subjects to BSG, where sometimes they agree, sometimes they don't. When they do agree, sometimes they can move quickly and sometimes they can't. Either way, new avenues of feedback and then in turn changes in game are a constant work in progress. There is some stuff going on behind the scenes. Right now, the big subject online is removing found in raid status in order to boost PvP. As of right now, it might not seem like it, but RMT defense are at least annoying people attempting to do it. On that subject, we did get a post from BSG recently where they did mention they banned 7,800 cheaters in the month of September alone. The August one where they banned 16,000 was of course because of the wipe. My take on this subject is I would rather have something in place that for sure slows down or annoys RMT while having less than ideal top tier PvP in game, as in it's hindering PvP, of course. A bit of a better explanation on that is because there's no guarantee it evens out to a net positive on the other side, as in if we were to remove like the found in raid stuff, the stuff that hinders RMT, sure, you'll make more money in PvP, but what PvP focused Tarkov player doesn't have a stash with like 10 plus million, if not 20, 30, so on rubles? Money isn't a problem. So you getting a bit more every raid, I don't think really changes anything. Meanwhile, people are still going to cheat. People are still going to rat. You got to think of like what the actual outcome is. What is the actual change? Meanwhile, the things that really annoy and subtract from PvP, like again, the cheaters and movement penalties, will either be increased or not touched at all. Because again, nothing is changing there. The way I see it, we just need to wait for some features like vaulting, gas grenades, armor hitboxes, and arena to see what to do next. Probably one at a time with those features. I also believe the rise of the rat, if that's what you want to call it, which is a lot of people online, and the PvP-centric people are calling it, was mainly due to the desync improvements. Peeker's advantage was reduced in most cases significantly, so the person with max strength and endurance zooming around, practically always getting the kill, has been reduced significantly. Sure, it still happens, but it's been reduced. It's not as big of an advantage. Today, I just asked on Twitter how many people use smoke and flashes in PvP, and I'd like to start a movement for their use more often. If someone is holding an angle or in a spot you need them to not be in, then flash or use smoke. A big deterrent to that is the animation and sound when in close quarters, for any grenade really, not just those. It's practically a death sentence to pull out a grenade in CQC right now. However, BSG are building this game to be played in groups, so having a buddy or two watch your back while you prep that nade is supposed to be what's happening. For now, I would say if you get into a situation where you need someone to stop being a rat, then coordinate with a friend and use smoke or flashbangs to get them out of that situation. Or just realize that they have a better position and leave them there. Now, I'm not saying that just from a perspective of just use smokes or flashes forehead, but more like I believe that's BSG's intentions with situations like that and why it plays out the way that it does. Hopefully that makes sense. And of course, if it doesn't end up working out, if you do have to just kind of leave that person there, then it's not ideal. It doesn't help improve PvP, and PvP is a cool part of the game. So obviously something needs to change, which is why I think the features that they're working on is going to be something that we need to wait for. Again, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, moving on to the next subject for today. If you want to talk to me or Nikita in person, as well as help get me some badass arena gameplay for you guys, I will need a little bit of help here. TLDR, I needed to buy a truck because I am in Texas with only a motorcycle and it's starting to be rain season here. No brainer there, except I did it 2 days before BSG announced that they were going to TwitchCon, and I don't have the cash right now to fully do that. I've already bought about $600 worth of flights to and from, as well as 2 nights in hotels, so I will be there, and I am going to be staying in an Airbnb for several of the nights with some other people that you know, but I do need the cash in order to help split that Airbnb, and also food, because I have no money for food now. Really, really unfortunate timing there. So instead of just asking for cash, I decided I was going to do something cool. I'm going to be streaming various games up until TwitchCon, and you guys can come by and straight up buy access to me and even Nikita himself at TwitchCon. If you're not going to TwitchCon, I've also thought of that too, which we'll get to when we actually get to that part. So while I am live, $5 will get you a question to me in the chat, and of course just support the trip in general. Ask whatever you want, I'll answer it. $50 will get you recognition at the beginning of every video that I make about the trip to TwitchCon. That's all of the arena stuff. That's all the IRL stuff, everything. It's going to be several videos at least. You also get the blue rank in our Discord for access to the community games and more. If you're a member of the Discord, you know what that means. As well as a question in chat and, of course, support the trip. $100 will get you a question with Nikita that I will record asking him in person for you. Ask whatever you want, seriously, and I will do my best to publicly track what people are already asking so that we don't ask the same question twice. If you are going to TwitchCon, I will also do a private meetup for about an hour for just these people so that we can hang out IRL. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, so it might go longer than an hour, but I absolutely will at least do an hour. You'll also get everything from the previous tiers and again, support the trip. Then, last but not least, for $500, if you are going to TwitchCon, you will get to hang out with me and Nikita himself exclusively. He said it'll be good for about 30 minutes, but depending on what's going on, like I said before, with my situation, it could be longer. Ask and talk about whatever you want, just hang out with Nikita and me, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you're not going to TwitchCon, I will video call you on Discord if that's something that you want to do as well, but it's going to be a bit weird to have the phone. I'm sure it's going to be loud wherever we're hanging out, so again, it's up to you. And of course, you'll also get everything from the previous tiers, and again, support the trip. Now, the kicker here is that this is not unlimited. I wanted this to be special, and realistically, I don't need a lot of cash, just enough to get me there and be able to eat. So the limit to all of this will be $2,000 maximum, meaning at most, a total of 3 people will be able to hang out with Nikita and I. 19 people will do the meetup with me and ask Nikita a question, which I will record and post later, or 39 people will get recognized in videos and get the blue rank and just support the trip in Discord. Again, we can't have too many people with these higher tiers, so that's why it's limited like that. And again, it's not a moneymaker. It's literally just so that I can get there. So that's why we're doing it this way. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, and stay tuned to the community section on YouTube for notifications on when I'll go live, just so I can track this information and make it as easy as possible for you guys to understand what's going on. That's why it's only going to happen when I am live. If you donate while I'm not live, then I am going to refund you your cash. You need to do it while I am live so that I can properly track this stuff. Also, I won't just be playing Tarkov because I got guns to level and BattleBit and Star Citizen org stuff to do on the weekends, so it's gonna be a few different games going on. But that is all for now, guys. Follow me on Twitter or join the Discord for the latest news. Like if you did, sub for more, comment what you think, and check out my other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.